What is going on, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here, and we are here with the final episode of the starter car series of Build It to Kill It. If you guys are confused why this is backwards, basically I pre-tuned this car. This car was tuned in my Let's Plays, which will be going up eventually. So I already had this tuned. I didn't want to fake like I was building another one. So this is my tune from my Let's Build or my Let's Plays, and I figured, you know, I'll just post the tune at the end. The tune is also on my storefront, I guess that's what you would call it. And to do that, you just go to load setup on any car, and then you could search your criteria. You can search for me, you search for the club tag Aero, yeah, whatever. So, and yeah, by the way, the music again is going to be Curbi stuff, so I will throw all of his links in the description. First of all, you may notice this is the first video I've done that's on a track, on a course. Basically, I saw Fail Race doing something similar for their silly car builds, and I'm like, I really hate traffic. I really hate weather where I can't predict. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna drive around and wait till it rains, and then it doesn't rain, and then I'm like, oh, I want some dry weather, and it rains, and I figured, hey, this is the next best thing. If you guys like it, let me know. I don't mind either. I figured this might just be something cool to try, see if it went over well. Probably, if I would be doing this, I'd be changing tracks every time I would do it. But you know, you guys let me know in the comment section. You control it. The ball is in your court. Anyways. This, of course, is one of the starter cars. It is the third, or the last option. It is, of course, the Toyota Supra Mark IV RZ 1990 something, whatever you want to call it. With this car, I really went for, I know it's odd to say a Supra is a missile, but I really went for that missile feel. Not a lot of horsepower. I checked very quickly when I was posting the tune for this, what other people are running in terms of horsepower. This car is running about half of what the majority is, at about I think it's 540 something horsepower. And a lot of people are going, oh my god, that's not a lot of power, and you don't need it. I mean, you just got to use your speed to your advantage, and I mean, half these drifts you seem to be pulling off are uphill. And it's, you know, it doesn't struggle at all, and it has big 315s in the rear, as you guys will see later in the build. But, you know, it's really comfortable. It's easy to slide. You know, there's not, a lot of my tunes are really overly grippy, and you really have to fight them to slide. This thing just hucks. It felt like it was built to huck, which it was, but, you know, that's besides the point. Very controllable, handles very well. I tried going backwards there, and it did not work at all. The next lap also does not work, but in the fourth lap I peened out. But, you know, there's not much to say here. It feels like a Supra, you know what I mean? It's got power, even though it's a twin-turbo inline 6 2JZ, of course. It has power whenever you want it. If it doesn't, just give it a quick kick of the clutch. It doesn't really complain, not much issue. I wish this engine was in more cars in this game, by the way, instead of the RB. I love Skylines to death, but I'm a 2J guy. It's weird. It seems like you're either a 2J guy or an RB guy, and you don't really know why. I even like the Skyline over the Supra. I just like the 2J over the whatever. Anyways, you know, very stable at high speed. The low speed is where it kind of falls short, and I mean short isn't like it's not that big of a deal. I also noticed as I was recording the build for this that it has stock tires on it. You may want to experiment with sports and see if that works better for you. It definitely seems like a good option. Maybe not on this high speed stuff, but because this, you know, this was the only course I knew off the top of my head, like the whole way around, so I figured I'd pick this one. But it definitely, this is a higher speed course with some lower speed sections. In those low speed sections, it felt like it had lots of power, not as much grip as I would like. So maybe a wider rear tire, or just bump it up to sport tires. But like right there, it was pretty much the first time it has been below 70 or 80 miles an hour since you start, and it's just like, oh no, whoops, I spoons. You know, it picks up speed really fast. I have very little to complain about this car. Again, it's really just the low speed grip that I find an issue. Other than that, you know, it handles half decent. Like if you need to use it as a race car, you know, I kind of gripped up here, and if you just are aware of what you're driving, it handles fine. Like, it's a good all-around car. I always say some cars are great for beginners, but especially since this one came as a starter car, you've made a good choice if you found this video looking for tunes for your starter vehicle. But it was, I never had any problems, and I mean, you shouldn't either, but some people don't like the way I tune anyways. You know, don't fret. The Supra is a normal drift car in this game. It will not be uncommon, especially since they were starter cars. You will see a shit ton of them. So yeah, but as somebody who hasn't played this game like a week or two, I did not struggle. I didn't find this difficult to drive at all. If anything, it's just a little bit too tail happy on the low speed, but that's easily fixed if you choose to copy the tune under the download. If you choose to download it, it's very easy to get used to. It just might be weird coming from another car that has lots of grip to this. But thank you guys so much for watching. I have an idea what I do want to do for the next car, but if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the description below. I always like to read them. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I also have a Facebook and a Twitter. For those links, be sure to check out the description box below.